look fire.
No, that's
like
your
Brit.
lighting. That is your lighting. You have the absolute worst lighting when Harv takes your photos.
What? No,
You know what I mean? She's like,
good.
she's shoot.
No, you do.
We're live?
Not in
Oh, we're
photos.
live? Are we
We're
good?
live.
Perfect. Let's hit it.
We want to do it?
You guys want to talk about the song? Or you want to talk about
We
that?
ready?
Good. We're ready. Let's
Got
do
this?
it.
All right. Oh, sorry. That was cracking
all
knuckle.
good. All good.
Bit of an aggressive
We got
knuckle.
rings touching.
Yeah.
It's already a party.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. What's up, guys? My name is Xavier Brinkman. I am with Heardwell, the label that distributes Erika's music. And I want to formally welcome you guys to the listening party for a second.
Yay!
We have the whole Goat Squad here. We got cake. We got watermelon.
We have
cut out
donuts.
in twos. Well done on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Erika, tell us who we're sitting with right now.
Right now we're with Britt, Sarah, and Courtney. I think we might have Cambry joining us in a little bit, but to be determined on that one.
She's a bit late. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little interview just about music, how she got into this, how all these songs came about, where she's at. We're going to listen to about 30 seconds of the song.
Yeah.
Is that right, Erika?
Yep.
We're going to have a chat about it. We're going to jump over to fan questions of you guys, and then we're going to cut this cake and just see what happens, all
I'm
right?
so excited for the cake.
So first of all, I want to say big thanks for having me.
Of course.
I jumped at the chance to do this after hearing Erika's last song, right? And I want to stress this enough. I genuinely love that song.
Thoughts, not feelings.
I-
Stream it
Exactly.
here on YouTube.
I'm a music snub. I'm a hipster, and I freaking love it. And I made all my buddies listen to it. I'm like, yo. You
It's
gotta listen to this.
relatable, right?
It's very relatable. It hit me right in the feels.
Thank you.
And so when they said, hey, this opportunity's come up, I was like, I am all over that.
Yay,
I'm
well,
doing
thank
it.
you for being here.
Of course,
We're
of
ready.
course. All right, so I wanted to jump in a couple of songs, and we're going to have the whole crew chiming in because it's a team effort, and
It
not to
is.
mention, it is a strong female effort going on here,
Atmosphere.
even behind the camera, guys. Like,
We got Shannon back there. Say hey,
it's
Shannon.
it's a little intimidating. I'm not gonna lie, but anyway. All right, it's a good thing. Okay, so first of all, I want to bring it back. So for your fans that don't know about this, how did you started off in modeling, you started off in YouTube. How did
Yeah.
this whole music thing first start off for you?
So this whole music thing first started off like almost a year and a half ago with the song There For You, which if you're following me, you obviously know that was kind of like, that's where the I'm Erika Costell meme came from. Exactly. I'm like running around with goats. I'm not taking myself seriously at all. And then I met Britt about a year ago when I realized that YouTube music could be more than YouTube music. And I kind of just came in here to this studio and was like, this is my plan, this is what I want to do. And she's like, oh my God, I want to do that too.
Yep.
And for the past year, we've been making songs geared towards my YouTube audience, and now we're going more mainstream. So it was kind of just all YouTube. It started on YouTube.
Right, and Britt, over to you, I guess.
Yeah.
There's not that many female producers in the game
Right.
now. And Erika, what's it been like working with, like, what does it bring to your music working with a fellow strong female?
It's amazing. So There For You was all men in the studio, and I had never done a song in my life. That's it. Like, being in the studio alone is intimidating. And I give so many props to people who can do it because it's scary. So coming in with another girl who can relate to me, relate to my stories, has been probably, it's made it easier and so comfortable. And I feel like that's why I'm able to tell stories, because we can just bounce. Like if I'm sitting here telling a guy a story about whatever, you're gonna, have a different opinion than a girl.
Yeah.
So it's just really easy to relate, and
just
it's
it sounds like
right.
it just creates a really comfortable
Yeah,
environment.
very comfortable, very fun.
Right.
We love to be here, and I think that's the most important part.
Right.
Yeah, and I
So-
think like how we first started was just talking. I was like, sit
Yeah.
down with me. The first day we didn't write at all. I was
No.
just like, tell me more about yourself. Tell me what's going on. Like,
I was vlogging every single day back then.
right.
Yeah.
So she was so easy to write with because she's an open book, and I think part of the reason she's such a good writer is because she's a vlogger. So she knows how to like tell a story and how to get across what she's trying to say, and
Yeah.
she's used to being candid and she's used to being open and honest. So that was easy for her to do with me, and we were
Yeah.
just able to write some like really cool songs that were relevant to her life, and I'm sure a lot of other people's.
Right. And Courtney, you seem to be a fly on the wall with all of this. What's it like? Like, what's it like watching these two work? What's the dynamic like between those two?
Well, I think I got a really good inside look the first time at the writers' camp when we were secluded in a house for 4 days, or I guess 3 days of writing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go. You don't
don't
anywhere.
leave.
So that's where I got my first look at it, I feel like. And it was like seeing them work together. I feel like they're a great team. And it was cool just like for example, with this song, Erika said, so she walked in the writing room and it was like, so what do you want to like talk about with this song? Like they usually have a beat to start off with.
Yeah.
And she literally said something like so simple, like it was like 7 words. It was like, and Britt can just pick up on it and like,
It was a hard day.
Yeah, and write a song with like 7 words. Like all she has to say, like all Erika had to do was like say how she was feeling.
Right.
And Britt's like, I got you. Like let's start. Like let's get it going. And
Yeah.
then they just bounce off of each other. And I think Erika's grown and like really knows how to songwrite now, which is crazy. It's like obviously she's a great storyteller, but like with Britt's help,
It's a different, whole different ballgame.
It's a whole
learned
different
how
game.
to put it into harmonies and everything, and it's cool.
It was actually cool because I went up to talk to Erika, and who we also wrote this song with is another amazing writer named Whitney Phillips, and these guys, the Wavies.
Yep.
And I was going up to Erika, and I was like, so what do you want to talk about today? And she said this thing, which once you hear the song, you'll know what she said, but she said this thing to me. She's like, Britt, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay. So
Okay,
then
cool.
I was like, okay, cool. But I wasn't thinking that was the song actually at that moment. So I have to give some credit to the other co-writer, Whitney.
Yeah.
So then I went down to her and I was like, yo, we can't do this because blah, 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 blah. And she's like, no, that's the song. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Okay. I was
Okay,
like,
dope.
oh, yeah. But normally I do that with Erika as well. But like she, you know, Whitney did pick up on this one. She was like, no, that's the song.
I remember the specific day. I was like, literally, at any second, I'm gonna have a breakdown. So like, don't talk to me.
Right.
And that's literally how the song came
Yeah.
about.
Wow. Okay. And one big part about being writing partners is getting comfortable enough to tell each other that their ideas suck.
Yeah.
That's the most awkward part.
Yeah.
You know, being a musician is being like, I hate that.
Yeah.
And you get to that point after a certain time, but not at the start. It's
Right.
very touchy at the start. When do you remember feeling really comfortable with each other? Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're not.
I feel like
I don't think we've ever really been off of our
That's what I was
vibes.
gonna say. Erika, what I will say about her, one thing that's like a testament to her personality, her character, and who she is as a person is that she's really good at picking people. And not saying I'm a good person.
No,
but-
you're good.
No, but we're just so the same. There's no ego. We're just trying to get the best product. So
Yeah.
if like something sucks, like we know each of us is not trying to be petty. We're just trying to get to the best thing. So like she knows if I say that's not good, I'm not like coming at her like that's not good. What I'm doing is better. Like
Yeah.
all I'm trying to say is like let's get to something better together. I don't know if it's gonna be my idea. I don't know if it's gonna be your idea. But
I think
like,
the only time it's ever been like that is when it comes to my tone.
Right.
Like you think I can do this, and I'm like, nah, like I'm good here.
then you can't.
But then we like do
So
it.
you're pushing
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
she'd be like, it's too high, and I'm like, you literally have a
this.
higher voice than me. If I can sing it,
You can do
sing
it. Yeah.
Gotcha. And you know, you guys have been working together for a while now, and Erika, you've been doing music for a while now. How do you feel when you go back and you look at those first couple of songs like There For You? Like, how does that make you feel now? Are you cringing, or are you like,
Oh my
good
God.
effort, kid?
I do cringe a little at There For You, only because like obviously it's cringy. Like that was my first song, but also without that song I never would have done anything else. So I
Right.
love it at the same
have
time.
to start
Like,
somewhere.
it's a good cringe.
But like that tag is like still a tag.
the Erika Costell.
Yeah, I mean it's like still. I wouldn't even be that cringy over it.
Well, we love a good meme. Like if
we
you
love a
can-
good meme.
Yeah.
We stand a meme. We do.
Yeah.
But I would say even Queen. We were going through all my old music or new old
Yeah.
music, and my voice has changed so much even since then. So I think it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't really. It's all different.
I think you're just progressing.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because I know we were so excited about Queen, and like every song that you release, we get more and more excited about. It's
Right.
like Thoughts Not Feelings, we were more excited than we were with Queen. And
Yeah.
then second comes around, we're like, oh my God, I know we were excited about those two, but we're even more
Right.
excited. Like
Yeah.
every song we release
Is
even
the
though
best song.
Yeah.
Even though like it maybe like wasn't in our initial lineup of like first, like our number 1 or number 2, it's like every song you release, it becomes our number 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I think is cool.
And
Yeah.
one thing, you know, from an outsider's perspective, you really look like it seemed like at the start it was a bit of fun. It
Yeah.
was something you were messing around with. It was more like content for
Accurate.
YouTube.
Yep.
Right now, you know, coming from the music industry and everything from that side of things, you really look like you've hit your stride and you're a very confident musician now. You know, you like
Yeah.
the music videos now, like you mean business. You know, you're there for a reason, and it's not a YouTuber doing music anymore, it's a musician.
Right.
Well, thank you. It's really intimidating, like I said in the beginning, but I would say the last month is where I've really learned how to access my voices and be confident in the studio. But it took me a long time to get there. A long time.
I literally was like getting teary-eyed the other day because Erika was doing so well in the studio, and I was like, oh my god, like, now I know what it feels like. I felt like my kid was like graduating high school or some crazy.
I was like
weird
doing
stuff.
melodies and like stacking my
She was
own
doing
lyrics. I'm
harmonies,
like, whoa.
which for her was a little, you know,
Off.
it's hard because sometimes harmonies, you know, you've been in, it can be hard to like when you're hearing the other melody, the lead main melody, and then you have to do a harmony. I mean, but she was just knocking them out. We used to have to go through them time after time. But
like
then she
200 takes, right?
No, not 200.
A lot of takes.
But a lot of takes. But we literally recorded like the last song we did in an hour and a half. And I was like, because she was just so on it, knew every word, knew every like thing, and was just so consistent that I was like.
I feel like that's unheard of though. Like with normal musicians, recording a song in an hour, like who does that?
Yeah.
People who work with Brit.
Yeah. And guys, tell me, so how has it been? I know there's obviously a bit of a stigma attached with YouTubers becoming musicians, right?
Yeah.
How were the fans' reactions when you first started compared to now?
So when I first started, it was obviously like I was in sequins running around with goats. So it was like, you know, expected. But surprisingly, when Queen came out and then Thoughts Not Feelings, the feedback has been incredible. Like probably the best reviews I've gotten on anything I've ever put out. Everything on YouTube, that's like my highest viewed numbers all the time. So it's been really, really good.
And that's props to you. Like that's an
Thank
original
you.
song as well. I mean, usually it's a lot more tempting to go for the covers. You know? So the fact that your highest views videos are your own original music is pretty impressive.
And I
actually
was
noticed
very
that as well.
scared. And I was like, when I was like, I'm like, oh my God, guys, like, I don't know, I'm not a musician. I don't know if I should put this out, but I'm really happy that we did because the feedback's been incredible.
And she works so hard, you guys. She's literally in the studio all the time. She sits with me when I'm comping her vocals, which everyone's like, peace, buy them out. And then I'm like,
That's
sitting.
boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. She's so into it and such a hard worker. It's really cool to see.
Well, from what I've seen, Erika, you definitely seem like you know what you want. You know, even guys before this started, like Erika's sort of, you know, orchestrating things. Like you really know how you want things.
Yes.
You know, and it sounds like that translates over to the studio. I guess that's a question for you, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, she does. She knows how she wants things. I mean, sometimes I try to nudge her on stuff like, actually, can we not? I know what you're saying, but like, for a while, she always wanted to sing along with my vocal in, and I was like, you sound better not with. And she's like, no, I don't. And then I was like, come into the studio,
listen,
and then I played her both, and she's like, all right, you're right, fine. Which is also cool because she can say, you know, I'm right sometimes, and she's right sometimes.
Sure.
And
I definitely know. I'm a planner.
Good, I can
Definitely
tell.
a planner.
Well, look at this.
I'm like, hey, here's a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 1 year. Here we go.
Yeah,
all we
exactly.
wanted is to eat the donuts.
I'm still.
All we wanted.
Next question, guys. I wanted to talk about this. So when I walked in here, I was going to ask you sort of how these songs came about, but I've heard that it was a writing camp.
Right.
15 songs, 3 days.
Yeah.
Was
3
it?
days. Well, yeah,
Tell me
3 days
about
of
this
writing.
writing camp. This sounds like a magical experience.
Ooh, okay, so the writing camp was back in the beginning of January.
And Sarah came to you.
Sarah, you were there.
What was your like vibe when you came in from the outside?
It was so cool because I saw you right before you went to camp, and it was like tough times.
Yeah, it was
kind of,
tough
you know?
times,
Like,
yeah.
And then I saw you at the very, very end, and you took all of that, and in 3 days, you guys made the craziest art.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I was blown away.
I think the writing camp was a freeing experience. I was in a really vulnerable, like sad point in my life, and going in and being able to tell my story to people who, one, wanted to listen, two, could relate. I was like, oh my God, like, because I always bottle my emotions up, like, y'all know. And I don't talk about things unless I have to. So it was at that point where I had to, because I was driving myself insane with all of these like changes going on, and like I felt depressed, and it was crazy. I'd never been there in my entire life. So going in there, we had 3 rooms every single day, 3 different producers, 3 different vibes. I would go to each room every single day. We started around 1 p.m. We'd end around 2-ish, 2 a.m.
Wow.
And I would go in, I'd say how I was feeling that day, what I wanted to talk about, and we just made a lot of music. I had a lot to say. I had a lot to say, and it was therapeutic.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to pause for a sec. We have a late entrance. Come in, girl.
It's okay.
You're good. You're good.
Right.
Just talk loud.
Come take a seat.
Guys, this is Cambridge. You should sit with Core. Yeah.
We'll just even this out a little bit. Okay, so each of these songs, it almost looked like, from what I can tell, it's almost like a little journal entry.
Yep.
You know, it's almost like you express this little chapter, you get it out in a song, and then the next one is almost like a new chapter. Is that?
Yep.
Would you feel that's correct?
Yeah, but all of them were written in the same time period. But yes, it is it's exactly that. It's exactly how I was feeling at that point, at that time. Literal journal entry into a song, for sure.
And having said what you just said then, that these were all written at one time, can you tell me about like the misconceptions maybe from your audience?
Yeah.
Like I see, because when I was going through your YouTube channel and Spotify and everything, I'm seeing all these comments. Kids are saying, you know, or commenters are saying, whoops, like, oh, that's about that, and she wrote that because of that, or she's doing music because of this, and and all that. How accurate are they? Are they wildly off the chart?
I would say probably some of it is accurate based off the timing of my life, but it's just based off my emotions. It's not, I mean, and my life is completely different now. I'm not in that time period. I do not feel that way. It's actually kind of hard to relate to these songs where I'm at in my life right now. But
what would you say is the biggest misconception you keep seeing that you want to, here's your platform to correct it?
I would. You still feel this way.
Yeah, that I still feel how I felt back when I wrote these songs. I think that would be the biggest misconception.
And I think also it's like we've had these releases planned since February.
Yeah, everyone thinks I'm like, that's one of the big ones. Everyone thinks I'm like planning it. It's like
we've had these songs
it's been months
up in order since February, and we have them planned for like the next
year.
For the next year.
Yeah, I mean, I saw an interview with you with Jojo Wright, and you were talking about Thoughts Not Feelings, and you were also dropping a date, which is now tomorrow. Which
tomorrow, crazy.
For the next one, and I didn't, you know, even I didn't realize how sort of calculated this was. You know, so it's I could definitely see how it would be frustrating when it appears to be a roller coaster of emotions.
Right.
It's like, oh, I had a wild night and like super emotional, wrote a song, we're putting it out tomorrow. Kids, that's not how music works, unfortunately. It takes so long to get these things out. It's not flying by the seam of your pants. You're not writing a song, shooting a video, and putting it out in 36 hours. So I could see how that would be frustrating for you.
I think that's the only misconception, because obviously what I've gone through, I learned at the writing camp. A lot of people have gone through. So regardless of the timing, it's still really relatable to relationships, to, you know, like feelings in general. So I think that's...
And thoughts.
And thoughts.
And
thoughts.
And like looking back, like it's really cool. I mean, you've just started your musical journey, but like I was telling you guys earlier, like having songs like as little journal entries that you can go back to and be like, you know what?
Time capsules.
Time capsules. I've come a really far way.
Yeah.
You know, they're great to have. Like some people are like, oh, I don't want that out there because I don't feel that way now, but I actually like it because I'm like, you know what? Look how far I've come. Look at how I'm not in this place. Look how I made a piece of art that other people can relate to and like help them get through a time, you know, or like help them have the strength to get over something because they see that I came out on the other end. Like I was feeling this way and now I'm here.
And I relate it to vlogging as well, because like the beginning of my vlog career, I did some cringy things, you know, and it's like I look back and I'm like, but it got me here today. So it's kind of, that's how I see the songs as well.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we ready to have a listen to the new one?
Should we hear
Yes.
All right, having said all that,
I'm nervous, you guys.
All right, we're just giving a little sneak peek, guys.
At 9 p.m. and all over tomorrow.
to my fellow Aussies out there, if you're already listening to it, because we're 19 hours ahead, just take a chill, all right? Chill, all right? Coming from me.
All right, let me know.
Okay. What part are you playing? I always get awkward during this part.
Don't wanna think about, don't wanna talk about the way you let me down, the way you cut me out. That shit was rude. Yeah, that shit was cruel.
though.
All right, so
Tomorrow.
that sounds great. So tell me about, now that we've heard a little snippet of it, you were talking about walking in the studio every day, dropping, like Courtney said, you dropped a line, or you just said how you were feeling.
Yep.
Let's hone in on this. I know you wrote 15 songs, it's probably a blur. Let's hone in on this one. What do you remember about recording this one?
I remember everything. It's a blessing and a curse.
Okay.
Absolutely everything. This day, particularly, was a very hard day for me. There was a lot of false information put out online. And it was funny because at the beginning of the writing camp, I was like, guys, I'm predicting the future. X, Y, and Z is going to be said. And let's just wait for it. But I know how, I was in a really upset time. And this time had come.
Also, she's psychic, so.
Yeah, my intuition is so strong it makes me sick. But I walked upstairs and it was probably like 1 o'clock, we had just started. And I literally said, at literally any second, I'm gonna have a breakdown. Don't talk to me until probably 5 p.m. I will be drinking in the kitchen. If anybody needs me, like, that's where I'll be. And I kind of just like let myself, because when you're in a writing camp, you get really creative. You get really in tune with yourself, your emotions. You're not on your phone. You're not with your friends. You're not talking to anybody. You're just sitting there and you're thinking about
And you know
reality.
you're there. You know you're not leaving.
And you know you're like, it's like.
You're not leaving.
Exactly. It's like a really, it's a really bougie, amazing jail.
Think of how many songs they could write in jail.
Yeah, a jail.
Sorry, we're getting off sauce.
But that's basically how it was. I was at a breaking point. So many things were going on, and I really couldn't handle it that day. And I was just like, here you go, writers. One word in this room, one word in that room. If I say anything else, I'm gonna start crying.
Right.
So that's basically how it went. Thanks, Brad.
She seems like a perfect person to work with, to someone who's extremely emotional and is going to pour it all out.
Of course, it's so much easier. I was telling her, like, I go in with a lot of other artists, and they're like, I don't know, what do you want to write about? And I'm like, well, I'm not the artist.
I don't
Not to be mean, but what do you want to write about?
Yeah.
Like,
And guys, what was it about this one? Because obviously you had a ton of ideas. You've got. I mean, as Courtney said, you've got songs in the can till the end of the year. What was it about this one that you went, where we're gonna put this out?
I think
it's
once you hear it, you're gonna know why. Once you hear that chorus, which we cut off.
I think it had the strongest lyrics.
It's really
The
powerful.
strongest lyrics out of the songs.
It's really powerful, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, because for me, I was doing exactly what this song is saying at the time. Like, I was like, I'm not someone to talk about my emotions. I literally bottled them up until I literally can't anymore, so thank God it was at the writing camp that happened. But I think it was just the timing of everything that made it so strong, and the fact that they had been with me for 2 days and knew what I was going through and like saw and were able to pick up on it and write about it.
Right, do you feel like, I mean, well, first of all, have people been writing in and commenting about your last couple of songs, saying they relate to them?
Yes.
Do you think they're going to really relate to this one?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, anybody who is like me, who doesn't like to show their like soft side or doesn't like to have emotions, will relate to this song. Cambry knows. Cambry's.
Same exact way.
Yeah.
Literally on the car ride here, I was like, at that place. I
Yeah.
wish I had this song to belt out while I'm
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already starting.
It's already happening. The second movement.
Okay, and what I really liked you had a bit of a play on words in the chorus. We haven't heard yet, but what was that was one example of a really great lyric. And Thoughts Not Feelings is actually really smart as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Brett helped write that
I
one too.
remember when I came, do you guys remember you were in the room and I was like, you guys, I have an idea.
I have this thought.
That was
That
was impressive. That was really impressive. Is there a line in this song that you're particularly happy with?
Something that I can. Have we played it? No.
We haven't played the chorus.
So I bite my tongue and I hold my breath and I do my best not to show it.
Yeah.
That's what
the
That's
pre-chorus.
what I was doing that whole period of my life. So I think that would be it.
I'm sure we're going to get a few people asking why the song is called Second, and I don't know if you want to reveal the chorus, but if you want to talk about that a little bit.
We tweeted some lyrics.
Yeah, we tweeted some lyrics why it's called Second. You have to listen to the song. It tells its own story.
I tried, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just like prodding her right now. Nice. And tell me, you're obviously listening to a lot of music, and we're in LA. You know, you're around musicians all the time. What musician, or even just personality, inspiring you the most at the moment?
It honestly changes all the time. I really love Taylor Swift's stories. We're gonna see her at Wango Tango this weekend. And I love Halsey's like badass vibes. But Selena, there's so many people. I don't have one.
Sure.
It changes almost all the time.
But all the female like powerhouses.
Yeah.
for
Right.
Sure.
100%.
I can definitely tell that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
like female energy.
We like that
here.
energy.
Nice.
Sorry.
Via entertainment.
Yeah, via entertainment, via music. We like
No, that's it. That's
We
it.
like
Sorry,
it.
guys. We're just about to get to some fan questions, but I couldn't help but notice this
Oh, yeah.
and the hoodie and everything. What is Bia?
So Bia is something we've been working on for a while now. Upcoming business venture, female empowered, only females.
We're gonna keep it under wraps a little longer.
Yeah,
but we're working
yeah.
on it. Cambry's also a part of it.
Cambry right here is a part of the
Actually, everyone
the
here is a part of
movement.
it. All these girls, so it's really
Yeah.
cool. But basically, a great place for girls to like come
create
and just
Feel
be strong and
safe.
build each other up, not tear each other down.
So
Yeah.
work hard and you might just get in the
Yeah.
mix. Huh?
That's right.
You could be in VA.
You can be in Bia.
Be a musician.
But not me. But
Be
not
a
me.
musician, be a model, be a writer, be whatever you
Be a
want.
whatever you want to be.
Nice.
That's right.
All right, guys, we're going to jump into some fan questions. To everyone who submitted, thank you so much. We really
Yes,
appreciate
thank you
it.
guys.
We're going to get through as many
Yeah.
as we can. We're going to pump them out. We have a lot.
Yeah, we
so
got
we're
them
going
from every podcast.
Wait a second, the girls want donuts. Let me just show them
All right.
before we like give them out.
So we're gonna eat them.
Thanks, Court. These are our second donuts. Okay,
Nice
here we
touch.
go. Nice touch. She also cut out watermelon with the number 2. I'm like, oh my god, we're having a birthday party. Cambry, didn't you eat a donut for the first time like 2 weeks ago?
She's like, I'm not.
I
Like-
can't do that.
Okay, I'm just gonna take this one.
She's like, no.
She's like, not today.
All right,
There's also
sick.
cake, watermelon, roses made by Brent.
We'll save the cake to the end.
Wait, can we talk about the roses for a second? Tell her what you told me earlier.
Okay. Can we just do this really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying, boys are dumb.
Yeah.
Because this. Sorry.
Yo.
Sorry.
Like
enough.
all these roses were $20.
For 3,
Why are you playing yourself, guys?
it takes $6.99 to make
a
your
girl
girl's
happy.
day.
This little vase, go to Hobby Lobby.
$3.
$3. Like, guys,
Water free. Any
Go
faucet.
to a drinking fountain.
Any-
We don't make this up. This is easy to do, guys.
That's
And even
99 cents.
the single rose is effective too.
I mean, this would be
Yeah.
more effective,
Yep,
but like
yep.
also,
But guys-
if you're on a
I'll listen to
budget,
you.
single
I'll
rose.
Guys, $6.99 for some roses. Go make your girl's day.
Yeah, go do it.
Every day,
Sarah
once a
and I are
week.
Like, or ours are the donuts. The donut vibe. Donuts are like 99 cents each.
Yeah.
Go to Krispy Kreme.
Anyways, sorry about that.
All right, fan
quick-
questions. Good.
quick intermission.
Yeah, good note, good note. All right, so at XX1, Christina1.xx, I'm not going to say all the handles after reading that one. Favorite memory during the writing, recording process of Second?
Ooh, I would say the second day when all the writers really got to know each other. We all became friends. We had a dope bonfire. We were all having a good time.
Yeah.
We had a chef at the writing camp, and they made our favorite meal, and like we just had a little party. It was just like, it was a really cool experience. The second day of the writers camp.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Second.
Subtle plug.
At Tricky Rick wants to know, what do you want people to gain from this song?
So what I want people to know about this song is it's okay to break. And I'm somebody who is not cool with breaking. And I've been that way my whole life. But what I've learned recently, the past, I would say, year, is being able to like be in touch with your emotions makes you stronger, not weaker. And it actually makes you stronger, better, and wiser. Every time I have a mental breakdown, I feel like I like level up a little bit.
Yeah.
So have them. Just
Yeah.
have them.
Capitalize.
Capitalize.
At Selena Ruse 14 wants to know, if you could collaborate with anyone in music, who would it be?
Ooh. Right now. Ooh. Halsey, probably.
Girl power.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Her new
Love her
song is
vibes.
so
So
badass.
good. It reminds me of like Paramore vibes.
But it's also like, if you listen to lyrics, it's all female empowerment.
Yeah.
Like,
She kills it. Crush.
she wrote it all
Crush.
herself. She didn't even have a co-writer.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? There was
Crazy.
no Brit in that.
She's so talented.
Can't always be a Brit.
Didn't have a Brit. At Erika Costell, is this your favorite song you've come out with so far?
Ooh.
There's more?
Yeah.
Damn, all right.
You mean come out like to the public or written?
To the public.
I like Thoughts Not Feelings. Yeah. I listened to that one a
cool
couple
with me.
times today. Yeah. But
It's vibey.
at the time, at the writers camp, this was my favorite. But now, at this point in time, Thoughts Not Feelings is definitely my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Erica's Roses wants to know, will there be second merch?
There will. We have posters, we have hats, and we have some really cool stickers
I
coming
want a
too.
poster for my bedroom.
Yeah, of course.
She can maybe sign it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I might know someone.
At Erika, 3, Erika Costell, tricky. How many more songs do you plan on releasing before an EP or album, if you are putting one of those out?
Britt?
You know, kids, we don't know.
We really don't know.
We're definitely have enough songs to do an EP or an album, but it's just like everyone just streams singles, so it's like, why if we package it? Yeah, we can call anything an EP if we put 5 songs together, but we're just kind of going with the flow and what the fans want, what you guys want. We kind of want to know what you guys want. Let us know. Let us know if you
What do you
want.
guys want?
Do you want us to stop releasing singles? Just do an EP? Like, let us know.
Now
Okay.
we've really been giving each song like a chance to shine. Like we've given it a chance to shine.
Given its own campaign.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. E. Costell Forever. What are some things that you have learned since writing music?
Some things I've learned is it is a hard process. So when I first came in, Britt would have like a verse. Cambry can attest to this too. It's definitely not easy. When I would first do songs, Britt would have like a chorus done or like a melody, but when you go in straight with nothing, it's like
Nothing.
starting. It's like learning how to build a house. Like you don't know what you're gonna need, what is gonna happen, and you kind of just.
And how it's going to
It's
be
hard.
received as well.
It's hard, yeah.
for
It's
sure.
really hard. One of the hardest things I've ever done.
Gotcha.
Easily.
Okay. At Miley's Boy wants to know, do you have plans to collaborate with any other musicians?
I do.
We do.
Actually, this summer. Yes.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. At Erika Online, damn, you have a lot of hardcore fans here.
Love
Are
y'all.
all of your upcoming songs telling a story in order?
No.
It's just all over the place.
Yep, it's all over the place.
Okay. Ready, Set, Rock 75, loving this. What is your favorite part about doing music?
Being creative and getting my emotions out through a creative process. 100%.
Okay.
It helps a lot.
Someone's asked, is music your main priority?
Yes. Music and modeling are my 2 things this year, and 50-50 effort into both of them.
Pretty standard out, right? All
Yep.
of us, like, do the bit of music, do a bit of modeling.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do a little bit with Victoria's Secret, and then I'll just like put out some songs that get like streamed in the millions. It's whatever, right? We're all dealing with it.
So yes.
This is one song and gets a Teen Choice Award for music.
Yeah.
I
it's
love y'all.
crazy.
It's meant to be.
All right, we'll do a couple more. What is your favorite song at the moment? Just not your own, any?
Ooh. Any song.
Yeah, I mean, aside from your own music.
Any song ever. Anything Miley Cyrus. Anything Miley Cyrus.
I love Miley.
Love her.
Yeah, love her. Any song, Miley. Yeah.
Miley.
Yep. Okay. Someone wants to know, how many songs have you recorded already?
Well, how many did you do alone this week?
I did 3 this week.
Wow.
So
We have a lot.
I would say 10-ish, 11 songs so far.
Maybe more.
Because we record them and we're not sure which ones are going out yet.
Yeah,
so.
like the other day we put one up on your other vlog. that
Yeah.
We're not releasing, but we just.
We just like to be here. We like to record.
Yeah.
Okay. At I'm Maddie Rayner wants to know if you have any advice for people who are wanting to start making music.
Definitely get a good team behind you. Make sure you know the right people, and just go for it. Be honest, be open, because that's how people relate to you.
And let me just tell you too, I mean, it's there's never been a time where it's been easier, even though it's really hard to make music. You can get free tracks off SoundCloud, YouTube, start writing to them.
Yeah, right.
Download them, write a song. Or
Get your vibe,
or
feel your
take some
tone.
piano lessons, throw it in GarageBand. You don't need a big fancy studio, even though we're in one and it's super dope. And
Yeah, we love it.
you don't need that.
Yeah,
to
you
get
don't.
started.
Especially now. Like,
Yeah.
you can put anything can go viral.
Look at Billie Eilish. She made her first whole album in her bedroom.
Queen.
So
Yep.
just
Queen.
get started. That's the first way to get started.
Humble beginnings for sure. Okay, what music video has been your favorite to shoot?
Queen.
That was sick.
Queen
Got to
was the,
smash stuff?
the best.
What about when you were freezing in the pool?
That was a hard day. That was a 2-day shoot, but it was like really creative. I actually had mental breakdowns in that video. Like it was really real and raw, and I loved it.
Breakdown at the writing camp.
Yeah, breakdown
at
at the video.
Go to the video
Thank
shoot.
God we're not there anymore.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
house was amazing that they were. It was weird,
Yeah.
but amazing.
So much fun.
It was,
And
like,
the vibes
weird
are so
amazing.
cool. All the girls are there. We're just having a good time. It's like a
I
party.
was just freezing both days. Yeah.
You were freezing.
Cold.
You were freezing.
It was
You were
just
freezing,
cold.
but then we went to the desert
Oh,
the
yeah.
second day.
Yeah.
and
The
it was like
desert,
we were
yeah.
sweating during the day, and then at night we're all like freezing again.
Caught lizards. It was dope.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna make this the last one actually.
Okay.
Tell us, is there any songs? What's the hardest song to listen to out of the ones you've written or songs you've written
The hardest, like,
to listen to that really
Hurts.
Yeah, hurts you to listen to it.
honestly, none of them. None of them hurt at all. I would say I was definitely in different places in my life throughout my music, but I'm proud of it. I'm proud of all of them.
Would you say you're numb?
I would say I'm numb to the music. Yeah.
All right, nice. And my own question: Where do you see all this going? Where do you want to be a year from now?
A year from now, I'd like to be on tour. So,
And you know, like we see no reason. We know it's a little unorthodox because an influencer really hasn't broken through. Minus like Shawn Mendes, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't really even call him that because he was so quick to the music thing. It wasn't like he was going for a long
Yeah.
time before, like Erika or some other people. But we just watched like what all the Disney kids did
Yep.
and how they broke through to main radio. I mean, it took a while. Like for a while, they were just on Radio Disney, and everyone was like, I don't know, they're not Rihanna, like
Right.
they're not Beyonce. But now we have like our Mileys, our Selenas,
our Demis, yeah.
so like we're just hoping that Erika, you know, can land there one day, and people aren't just seeing her as like a creator and
Yep.
influencer. They're seeing her
Sure.
as like a
We're
musician.
trying to
and an artist.
elevate the YouTube status,
Yeah.
for sure.
Taken seriously as a
Totally.
musician, which I think you totally are.
Yeah.
Before the song comes out at 9 p.m. tonight, what do you want, before everyone hears it, what are you really hoping people take away from it after listening to it?
I just hope people can relate to it.
At all. Period.
At all. That's really it. That's why I do music, because I feel like I'm a relatable person. I'm a normal person. Even though I have followers, I have real feelings, real things, and everything I do is to try to inspire or help. So that's why this song was
I
created.
think it'll be cool too if people like see that you wrote this months ago and can be like in the place that you're in now.
Yeah.
Like 5 months from.
Yeah, and like when you're going through rough times, they happen. You know, like I honestly can't even relate to that time in my life back then. I don't think about it. I don't talk about it. I don't even, it's over. You know what I mean? So like seeing you can be vulnerable and you're gonna get out of it. Like it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, thinking back to how you were then and
Oh my
like
God.
you sitting here now is like, whoa.
Mind blowing. I'm
Right?
like, I'm gonna
It
die.
helps too by like you talking about it.
100%. Opening up, being creative is definitely like, I feel like free. You know what I mean? I feel like I have a fresh start. I feel like I have like the best people around me, and
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
To your testament too, I think like, you know, Erika wasn't doing this to throw shade on anyone or to like
Yeah, no, never.
disparage or like cast any ill feelings towards anyone. This was therapy for her. This was
Yeah.
her feelings. She tried to not put anything on anyone else. Like this is just her thoughts, her feelings. Whoa! I didn't realize what I did there, but yeah. But like she did it in a really tasteful way, I think. And there were times where
Thank
we
you.
might have written lyrics like
And we've come down. We've
and
come
she
away
was
from
like,
them.
"Can we pull those back? Because I don't want to go that hard at anything." And we're like, you know what? So that is another testament
Thank
to your
you.
character and stuff. Like,
Like this
but to be an artist, you have to share of yourself. So
Yeah.
that's what was going on in her life. She had to talk about it, right? I mean,
somehow.
I always tell them, they're like, Britt, you sound like a grandma, but I'm like, Mark Twain once said, and they're like, don't quote Mark Twain.
Not again.
This
Mark-
song isn't
yeah.
about anyone else. It's about you.
It's about me.
Feelings.
It's about my
That's
feelings, how
all
I
the songs
felt.
You put out have been like it's about you and your feelings. It's not about anyone else.
Yeah.
Like,
1,000,000%.
Nice. All right. Anything you want to say to your fans before we wrap this up?
Let's cut the cake.
Cut the cake.
Cut the cake.
this is Britt's cake.
Here you go.
Britt,
They have
you
brought
guys,
the donuts and the watermelon, but Britt brought the cake.
this cake had like multicolored sprinkles on it, and Britt took them off just so it would match the table.
I mean,
So we're gonna cut the cake. A queen.
girls.
Aesthetic.
I can't wait to be your flower girl. Oh.
Not a bridesmaid.
No.
You guys are all flower girls.
I'm gonna be throwing like airplane shots to the crowd. It's gonna be lit. That kind of wedding.
And then here's Cambria eating a
her
watermelon.
watermelon.
No,
look.
I cut that.
All right,
for
guys.
Not for.
Does anyone just want a fork?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Let's just
fork
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 it.
it.
Let's fork it.
Anyone? I know Cambry's gonna eat the 2 watermelons.
I will have a cake.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have
Like,
to.
you don't have to. I'm like, you
All
better.
right.
All right, guys.
Here,
The
Erika.
second cake is cut. Thank you all so much for tuning in to my first live stream ever.
Hell yeah.
And I can't wait for you guys to hear the song. Are you guys? We're gonna go celebrate a little
Yeah,
bit
all
more.
right.
This is gonna, we just destroyed
Get in here,
this.
Xavier.
All right,
Cake.
and thank you so much for having me. I really
course.
appreciate you letting me have the opportunity to interview you about this one. What do you think? We wrap it up?
Yes.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Congratulations again, Erika.
Thank you so much.
The song is a banger. I've already heard it. I listened to it about 15 times today. You're going to love it. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
9 p.m.
This cake is low-key good.
So good.
No plates, just diving in.
Just straight in.
I mean, we don't care at this point.
I ate good. I haven't eaten for like a week, so I'm gonna eat this whole cake.